Welcome everybody to Extreme Power No Handling Autocross, and today we're dealing with the 2018 Nissan Sentra NISMO. So that's what it had originally, not much in the way of power or torque, but it doesn't weigh all that much, and being a modern car it's going to obviously have good brakes, good suspension and good tyres, which certainly wasn't the case for the previous two vehicles, which were much older. So yeah, let's see what we can do upgrade wise. So yeah, I'm going to keep this front wheel drive. One of the rules is obviously no all-wheel drive vehicles, but two-wheel drive vehicles can be anything from front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Gonna keep this front-wheel drive just to keep it interesting, and yeah, we can choose from a 3.2 litre inline 6, a 2.6 litre inline 6 twin turbo, 1.6 litre inline 4 turbo rally, or a 3.8 litre V6 twin turbo. Not sure what engine this one's from, but it is the most powerful, so we'll go for that one. Keeping it front wheel drive like I said, so let's see how much power we can get out of this thing. Should be a fair old bit. And yeah, we're certainly racking up the horsepower with these upgrades. What do we get from the cams? A good 50 horsepower, that's nice. Right, at the moment we're on 688, which is pretty good. Over 700. Now what does he usually give us? Oh, that's a lot of power. 278 extra horsepower with the race twin turbos, giving us 983. What do these do? Right, the problem with these is that they do give a bit of extra weight, but sometimes they can give a fair bit of extra power as well. Now is 33 pounds worth an extra 26 horsepower? Yeah, I'll say yeah. Is that 13 pounds for 8 extra? No. That's not worth it as far as I'm concerned. Right, so let's install those. We'll have a look at the acceleration times, and then we'll get out onto Fortune Island. See what this 1000 horsepower plus front wheel drive car can do. So yeah, 0 to 16 5.885 seconds, 0 to 110.487 seconds, and do 186 miles an hour. That's fairly decent, especially in terms of 0 to 60, but it obviously all does depend on what it can do in terms of putting that power down, because obviously the front wheels only were meant for 188 horsepower. So yeah, asking for, you know, near enough 900 horsepower more is going to be a big ask. But nonetheless, let's get out onto the course and see what it can do. So, front wheel drive, more than 1000 horsepower, and we've got the rain and off-road elements to deal with, so this could either be really rather good because it is obviously a modern car, or it's going to be really rather bad. But yeah, still will be interesting to see what it can do in comparison to the Austin-Healey and the Ford Escort RS, so yeah, let's get going. So inevitably it's going to struggle in terms of putting the power down in the first couple of gears. Hopefully it will be able to manage it outside of those. Big worry is in terms of the off-road elements though, because yeah, while it was able to deal with the power it had originally, it's a big ask to ask it to deal with all this extra stuff without any additional modifications. And yeah, I can certainly feel the car pulling around, and understeer is definitely going to be an issue. Now, on these sorts of corners it's not that much of a problem, but it's when it's the more twisty, more narrow corners, which there are plenty of on this course, that this might well be an issue. So yeah, gonna have to keep our wits about us, that's for sure, and try not to be a bit overzealous. It's got decent speed on the go once we do get onto a straight, which will obviously help. But yeah, a lot of this course is about corner speed, and yeah, when you've got a car that's dealing with 1000 horsepower going through the front wheels, you've got very little in the way of cornering ability. Oh dear, pull me into that wall there. At least with this being a car that's been heavily modified, It's stock version for on-road use. It should be alright with the hairpins and stuff that are going to be coming up. Yeah, that off-road element was really rather tricky. It probably didn't look like it, but yeah, you can't feel how much the front end is pulling around. Not sure if this had a diff or anything like that, but yeah, on some parts there it felt like each wheel was trying to go in a different direction. Yeah, dealt with those hairpins alright, primarily because it couldn't put the power down in the first or second gear that we were in. So it was fairly ordinary to what the normal car would have been able to do. But yeah, 2 minutes 32.386 seconds is still nonetheless far faster than the previous two vehicles. Whether or not that's down just because it is front wheel drive, it's not really able to use all of that power, I don't know, but either way it's far quicker. I guess in some cases the front wheel drive aspect of this car is a little bit more controllable than the rear wheel drive on the previous two vehicles, because you're really unlikely to get oversteer in a car like this and understeer when it's, even when it's bad, it's still somewhat controllable. A lot more so than oversteer, but yeah, I can feel the vehicle pulling to the right, which indicates to me that there's a lot of torque steer, which again is no surprise considering how much extra torque it does have over what it had originally. Oh dear. Well, that's a danger with that corner there. You can hit that little edge and roll over. That's another hazard that I hadn't taken into account. But at least we haven't gone off a cliff like we did in the Escort. Because of that, I'm more unlikely to beat our previous best. You get a fairly good amount of speed down here though, because it is a modern car. It's got the brakes to deal with it. Certainly more so than the Austin-Healey, which have some of the worst brakes that I've ever used on a modified vehicle. We missed that checkpoint. That's the only time that I will rewind as well, when I miss a checkpoint. Something that's inevitably going to happen when you're dealing with these kind of vehicles. But yeah, we're not going to beat our previous time, which is a bit of a shame. If we hadn't rolled over, I think we might well have done. But there we go, 2 minutes 32.386, which is still nonetheless really rather good. And yeah, it is way quicker than the Escort, which managed 2 minutes 51.572 seconds. Sorry. So yeah, that's nearly 20 seconds behind this, and far faster than the Austin-Healey, which managed 3 minutes 11.325. So yeah, that's, you know, a good 40 seconds nearly slower than this was. So yeah, really rather impressed really. The fact it's able to deal with all that extra power, still going through those front wheels with no additional modifications. Granted, that might well come down to the fact that it's not able to put all that power down and it's just going to waste. It's just been spun about and not really been used, but it still came in handy on those straights. As you saw, we got to more than 120 mile an hour on that final straight, which is really rather quick. And yeah, obviously the modern aspects, brakes, tyres, suspension certainly helped as well. So yeah, fairly impressed by this. It will be interesting to see what other front wheel drive cars, be they as modern as this or even older, can do on this course. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get around to some of them eventually. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.